You know, I've done as well. I've nailed the thing down. I should have washed it more actually. Look at that colour, how that's gone. Compared to that, I don't even know.
I wonder what could have caused that.
Probably. Yeah. It's got to be, hasn't it?
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do rub it a lot. My hands aren't that dirty.
Mate, did I ever tell you about one of the remote removals jobs I did? You know how like tobacco can stain stuff, and usually it just looks a little bit yellow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I went to this particular job in this particular house where these two like elderly people had been living there for about 50 years and they hadn't cleaned once.
Right.
So there were spiders' webs all the way up and down and up and down and up and down all over the top of these cabinets, right? And they were all bright orange.
Oh, orange, that's like another level.
If you touched anything in the house, your hands would instantly be covered in a thick layer of orange tar. I have never, ever experienced anything like it.
Like the walls were lined with molasses.
Yeah, apart from these two gay dudes who had like 4 dogs and let them just run about doing the worst stuff, like ripping shit apart. Like they had no fucking control of him to the point where they opened the door at one point and one of them just bolted down the street, and we all tried to catch the dog and it just kept bolting and bolting and bolting until the point where the dog was just fucking gone.
There used to be a dog by me in one of my old places. We called it a sheepdog, but it wasn't a sheepdog. It wasn't like one of the dogs you see that chase sheep and herd sheep.
Yeah.
When I say sheepdog, I mean it looked like a sheep.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it didn't have the chilled nature of a sheep.
Yeah.
Like it was not wrapped in what is it? It was not wrapped in wool.
Yeah.
It was wrapped in sulfur oxide, whatever the demons smell of. That's what it was wrapped in. Everybody got bit by that dog at one point.
Jesus.
The dog ran at me once.
How is that dog alive if it bit so many people?
Oh, well, it's Maypole. You're not going to call up like the police and be like, "Oh, the dog bit me."
Why not?
Because Maypole, yo.
It bit like
snitches do not get stitches in Maypole. Snitches get ditches. Yeah, boy. Sadly, I can't take credit for that. I think that's
you know what maypoles actually are?
Yeah, they have one in Maypole.
Yeah,
there is one.
That is the most fucking aggressive reaction that you can have around a maypole.
What do you mean?
It's just that maypoles are like people dressed in dresses, dancing around and stuff like that, and then in Maypole the area is like, yeah, man, you snitch us.
Yeah. I mean, the actual Maypole, I got like jumped very close to there.
Jesus
so it is
Christ.
a bad. That's where I don't know if I still got it there. That scar on my forehead.
Oh,
that one.
Yeah.
That was from that.
Motherfucker.
I'm very confused with time frames from being younger because,
drugs
and crap head anyway.
Yeah.
So, crap amazing head. Crap organisation. Yeah. It's like Netflix if it wasn't put in categories or orders and you couldn't search for stuff. You just had to go from A to Z every time to find something.
Yeah.
Start at the top, go to the bottom, now you're here.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what? Welcome everybody to another episode of not just the KD Comedy Podcast, but fucking Squishy Logic. The shitting... Squishy Logic in your butthole.
Squishy Logic.
Squishy
Squishy Logic.
Squishy
Squishy Logic.
in your face and hair. Ba-da-da-da-dum.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that was just a perfect thing there.
It's perfect. We should
Yeah.
Like every single one.
Well, you're on about, I mean, we practiced that for weeks, so
Yeah,
it should.
That's
It should,
why,
yeah. And I think we did a good job.
We wasted effort otherwise.
Yeah.
I mean, after that amount of time, even if it was shit, I'd use it.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, I don't know, though. It could sink pretty quick, the idea of it.
Yeah.
It could sink pretty quick.
It could sink very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it could sink so quickly that it just goes...
Goes what? That doesn't sound quick to me. What? I'm trying to understand that.
That's basically all you'd hear.
Oh, like when the little bubble comes out at the end.
No, not even that. Just when the thing just suddenly goes. What? Me and my friends, right? We were talking about this ocean fucking view shit. Whatever it is.
Titan.
Yeah.
The submersible. Have you heard the? Just before you say it, though, just in case you haven't heard the most recent.
Oh yeah, and we knew this. Me and my friend knew this But as soon as they were like, it's gone missing, it's like, yeah, it imploded. 100%.
How did implode come from? Like, is that where they're like crushed?
Yeah.
Oh, so there was something where it got let in, or the pressure was something.
Yeah. Do you know what pressure that thing is under?
Yeah, I did see it was like 300 something.
No, it's 2.4 tons
Yeah.
per square inch.
Yeah.
So a postage stamp has got 2.4 tons pressing down on it all around the entire vessel.
I mean, anything other than not just a postage stamp, anything.
No, but that's literally
that's the size of
the
it.
surface area of an inch is like, imagine that much weight on that tiny little proportion.
I know they said if that happened that it would have been like instantaneous.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's so heavy that you can't comprehend how quick.
They made it out of usable like materials that haven't been tested before. They've never tested it at that depth properly.
Mm-hmm.
They've avoided multiple safety features that are on standard sub vessels.
There was no regulations or checks or anything.
They were controlling it with a fucking Bluetooth controller.
That was amazing.
Why not
that was.
use a wired controller?
Yeah, at the very least, use a wired one.
Why not?
Because wired stuff, wireless stuff does fuck up sometimes.
Yeah, but also, I've seen footage of how they made it, and they are literally just using that carbon fibre wrap that you would put on like a bumper to fix it, and they're literally just wrapping it around
that makes sense,
this entire surface.
They do that for the space station, so that makes
no, but
sense.
it doesn't. It doesn't, because space has to deal with one thing: 0 atmosphere.
Oh yeah, it's the opposite, really,
that is
isn't it?
So easy.
It's the opposite, isn't it? Yeah.
It's so much easier to deal with 0 atmospheres, because all you're dealing with is the pressure of 1 atmosphere inside the vessel. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you got to deal with. Down there, it's a whole different ball game.
It's the complete opposite.
The minute,
literally.
and not only that, but also carbon fibre over time cracks. It cracks like any other kind of fibrous material. After a while, if you put enough pressure over it, tiny little cracks will appear, microscopic cracks.
Yeah, makes sense.
And as that continues to pressure, because this isn't the first time they've kept going down at this depth. So it's like 1 little bit of crack. 2, that crack gets a little bit bigger.
Well,
3,
I mean, they're taking crack down into the Titanic with them, and that's the first mistake right
there.
I
mean, you shouldn't be doing that.
No, you
but
shouldn't be.
But literally, that tiny little crack just starts to grow to the point where it can no longer take the pressure, and lo and behold, the thing crushes like a fucking tin can.
I hear that they did point out that like the pressure, like what they did the one time, the one guy that did it, a different guy, a reporter, who had something similar happen to him, and he almost got like stuck down there.
Yeah, they got caught on it.
Yeah, on the
fucking
rotor.
Titanic.
Yeah, it's all ironic though that this all happened.
How do you do that? You literally can't miss it. It's called the Titanic.
I
How
don't
do you hit that?
Oh yeah, that wasn't the issue. It's because it's not a case that I didn't see it. Like, I mean, we could say that about the Titanic to begin with.
Yeah, we could. Yeah.
How did you not fucking see that? It's not like
actually icebergs. Quite a lot of them are underwater. So
yeah. But if there's quite a big amount of it underwater, then there's a big amount of it sticking out the water. So
yeah.
When you consider like that bit under the water where it was is like 30. Was it 9 or 13 times the size of the Eiffel Tower?
Oh yeah.
Not the Eiffel Tower. Sorry, the Empire State Building.
Yeah. That shit gets deep.
That's so deep when you think about that. Like, that's so deep.
Yeah.
Like, you can't comprehend how deep that is.
Do you reckon icebergs are less of a thing now because they just melt before they get anywhere?
Probably.
Like, probably.
If anything, see, people don't think about that, going about how bad global warming is. Think of the amount of ships that we have saved from being Titanicized.
We're cooling the drink down. We're dropping more ice in as it goes along. It's just...
Cooling the drink down?
Yeah. Fjords just sliding off, going into the fucking...
I don't know. I think we're probably heating it up still.
Oh, we are?
Yeah. I think it's the opposite of cooling it down.
Yeah. But that's
called global warming for a point.
Yeah. That's what people try and say, though. They're like, oh, yeah, no, but it's a natural thing. It's cooling itself down by doing that.
Global warming is a natural thing, though. That can't be disputed. And climate change, as well. When it gets warmer and colder.
100%.
But there is an argument that we are definitely making it go faster.
100%.
And affecting it. How much is... We don't know. We can't really know. Because we can't compare it to previous times, because we just haven't been taking like real reports of like the temperature for long enough. There's no real. You can just look at it compared to what we think stuff was like in the past from reports and all that, and little text you got and stuff. Yeah. So it's still just a guess. We don't know. It's probably just very fucking likely. I mean, more likely than the opposite. Put it that way, in my opinion.
Me and my friend were so like we were laughing at it, genuinely laughing at it when people were like, "Oh, they've only got this much oxygen left." It's like they don't need oxygen anymore.
And when people
There's
say,
no way they are still alive. Don't fucking just.
Yeah,
oh
when they were on about it at first, I was confused because I was like, okay, the submersible went down and they can't find it yet. Isn't this, if they're still alive in a good condition, then there should be an attachment to it.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be tethered, so I don't understand how it could be lost and tethered.
I don't know.
And then it's never mentioned that, so we just obviously didn't have all the info.
I think the tether was there. I don't know. Yeah.
You know what I mean? How'd you lose it if there's a string attached to it?
Yeah,
yeah.
Literally right there. That is 100%.
Yeah.
Like,
So that must have come off.
that must have done.
Yeah.
So like, there's no way it was just something normal if that thing's just like floating free.
Yeah. Well, you knew it wasn't normal. It wasn't good either way. Like, but they were on about
There
you could have
was
got.
one other option about what could have potentially happened as well down there, which would have been Apollo 1, basically, which is where it over-oxygenates. You get the tiniest of tiny sparks that normally wouldn't do anything, and it just ignites the entire place like a fucking chip shop fire.
Why would that happen if it was like it's the area where that wouldn't happen?
It genuinely, it's one of the things that happened to Apollo 1, and it happened.
Yeah, but that was in space, wasn't it? Or on the way up.
The thing is, you have to keep increasing the amount of oxygen you're using, so you're gradually sort of oxygenating the air to the point where it will just fucking detonate. What people don't realise is oxygen is literally flammable.
Or the inside oxygen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, if the oxygen builds up to enough to a point, it will literally just set on fire.
Oh, I see. I imagined it being more like, you know, when you that never really happens actually.
No,
but like, say if you shake a can up and then like you stab it.
No,
I thought it'd be more like that.
Oxygen fires are legitimately fucking terrifying.
Oh, that's so weird that it just creates its own spark then.
Yeah.
That's funky. Well, because there's so many.
It's not even that. It's
together,
like
rubbing
that would
together.
normally never ignite it because the oxygen's at such a high level. It just goes.
Yeah, like the tiniest thing that we don't even realise. Like just doing like that.
Yeah.
Because it's metal hitting against something. Like there's got to be some tiny little thing.
Tiny
yeah.
could let it go off.
It's quite
and
cool.
That's what happened to Apollo 1. And the 3 astronauts who were in there just were immolated immediately.
I wonder if that was something like which like complete tangent here, but I wonder if that was anything to do with what happened with the dinosaurs when the asteroid hit, because we know the oxygen, the atmosphere was so oxygenated back then, hence why everything was huge.
I don't know if it set the atmosphere on fire.
Not on fire, but it would have heated it up a bit.
It definitely would have been a lot more like flammable.
Yeah, it would have been. It probably just would have like heated it up a bit more, which would have been enough.
Dragonflies that were the size of dogs, literally.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane, and the only way that happens is huge amounts of oxygen.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah.
Like they had bigger. Did they have bigger spiders as well?
They
I'm
had
sure they did.
sloth bears.
Yeah. They're crazy shit.
You know about sloth bears, motherfuckers? No, you don't. Sloth bears are terrifying, aren't they, Carl?
Terrifying if they get to you, but they're probably pretty slow.
I actually know sloth bears moved quick.
We don't know for sure. We can only guess.
No, because they were predators. You don't get to be a predator if you move slow, motherfucker.
Oh, that's not always true.
Unless you're hiding in a tree, like.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be the best life.
It's like
just chilling in a tree, waiting for some fucking antelope to go underneath you as a giant
just jump
bear.
out and squash it.
Yeah.
Bang
Jump
it.
out, squash it, eat them.
Well, that's got to be how Snorlax in Pokemon hunts.
Yeah.
It's got to be, which we never learn about. We never learn in Pokemon how they hunt, because they've got to eat. Everyone's got to eat.
I reckon a Snorlax eats by hibernating the entire time until something gets close enough to it that it can eat, at which point it eats and then starts hibernating again.
Yeah. It's got like a little radar on his butt that goes off.
Yeah.
But we've been told from the games as well, though, that he doesn't. You have to go out of your way to wake it up.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, maybe just wakes up.
Something gets up on its chest and it's like, ooh, food. Oh.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Maybe you've got like, for all we know, they probably haven't looked into this. I really think the scientists should look into this a bit more. Yeah. But maybe Snorlaxes have actually got like a symbiotic relationship with a very small Pokemon.
Maybe.
It's like living like either near them in the ground or something, or maybe up the butthole. Like a gerbil.
Up the butthole?
Like a gerbil?
Up the butthole?
Yeah. Seems like the obvious place to me.
Maybe that's where Diglets come from.
Yeah, has it got to be? Yeah. Wow, that's going to be fun when it's a dog trio then.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Oh, I was not a fan of Pokemon, really.
Really?
Not a huge fan.
The first ones were great. I loved it all the way up to like silver and gold. That was great.
I tell you what, I like the concept, and I used to, when I was younger, we used to draw all the Pokemon for some reason. Like we'd go through them all and do it.
I never really drew Pokemon.
I was more into the style of it and the concept of it and the look of it more than the actual being entertained by the show.
By that point, I was already drawing like Batman and Superman.
Oh, no, I wasn't cool enough for that then.
One of the first drawings I was really proud of was Superman holding up a Adeptus Astartes scout from 40k, just like ah.
Oh wait, hold on. Warhammer.
Yes.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
I'm getting smart.
Yeah.
And by smart, I mean I'm listening to this geeky fucking shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Actually,
make you play Vermintide on Co-op Comedians.
I played Vermintide before.
Yeah, it's good.
I remember being alright. See, the games is different though, because I'm playing like a Lord of the Rings game at the moment. That's Shadow of War. Middle Earth Shadow of War.
Yeah.
And I'm playing that at the moment, but I mean, I would never fucking.
Tyrion.
It's Lord of the
Must
Rings.
listen to me, Tyrion.
Oh, the amount of.
I love that dude's voice.
It's funny. There's very few games or stories or anything in a game where I can watch it, the cutscenes, and it doesn't matter if I watch the cutscene or I skip it. Either way, I'm still confused as fuck.
That's a sign of a great game.
Oh yeah, totally.
That's a sign of a great game.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you just can't follow the plot. That's
That's great.
So good.
And I don't even think that's because of my stupid brain. That's just because it's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody was talking about that at the bush yesterday when I went.
Yeah.
I think it might have been Geordie Evans, who's been on this podcast like a few months ago. He was not that far back. Have a look.
Yeah.
Checking my big bushy head, man. Beautiful bushy head.
Lovely.
Everyone's got bigger hair than me. Even you've got like a bit more like air on your head.
Some volume.
You got some volume, yeah. I have to work to get volume in, and today I don't know why I just didn't have that much volume in.
Yeah.
But you're not supposed to agree, you fucker.
Yeah. No, it's
yeah.
quite clear, mate.
Hey, I did a good job shaving the sides down. No, that was myself.
Yeah.
Well, when I say no, I did shave it actually.
If that's a volume, it's being measured in cubic millimeters, mate. I'm just saying.
That's true. I can't even argue it. You see my mum as well. I get it from, I got her hair.
I've always had quite thick, lustrous hair. I've got quite thin hair. Like thin strands, but there's a lot of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's how my boys got their mum's hair rather than mine, so they're lucky. They got, they didn't get my tongue either, so they were lucky there. They got, the one got my lips. Yeah. And I have been told by many ladies, like, I just looked at your lips, I just wanted to kiss them. Big lips, baby. Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. I've been told this so many times with ladies. It's a thing. Yeah. So if you ever want a girl to, just like purse your lips constantly, or get a vacuum before you go, do something to make your lips go.
Yeah.
I'd get that naturally. If I did it, I'd probably end up looking like, I don't know, I had 2 sausages strapped to my face. Wow, what an image.
Yeah.
My perfect girl, that is.
Yeah. Yep. That's pretty much the one.
I'm trying to explain to Dom why you would make to Garth why you would make a terrible gay guy the other day, because he was going on about his gag reflexes atrocious. Like he has to take tablets one at a time kind of thing. Yeah. Probably build himself up to do it each time.
That's difficult.
Yeah.
I don't have to do that.
Well, no, I can
just chuck him in my face and drink something.
Yeah.
It's like my girlfriend's a bit like that. She has to sort of she has to tactically drink her pills.
Oh, we just learned something about Matilda then.
she has to tactically drink them, but it's like, no, you don't do that. You just put all the pills in your face and you just keep drinking until they're gone. That's what you do. I
would just like to apologise. Well, say I feel for you.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
To clarify, I'm talking about blowjobs. The worst thing in the world, and you got to go with a high gag reflex.
Yeah.
It's like, why are we even doing this? Come on. I mean, everybody loves a proper going Wild West with a cowgirl or whatever. Or getting really spiritual with a missionary.
Spiritual.
Yeah, that's a God thing, isn't it? A missionary.
Is it?
Yeah. Isn't that like when they have missionaries? They're the ones that come, like the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah.
They're the ones that come to your doors, the missionaries.
Yeah.
Or when a priest is off doing a pilgrimage to, I don't know, fuck some kid or something.
Yeah.
They
do that all the time.
Oh, they do that all the time. Yeah. It has been proven.
Yeah. And then they get sent somewhere else on a different pilgrimage.
They do. And they get, if anything, better treatment on the next pilgrimage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they are the most holy of holy people.
Yeah.
So definitely,
don't be judging them.
Yeah. Don't
be fucking judging them.
Or maybe
if they know Jesus.
Do
you know Jesus?
No, that's a good one. Yeah, they do. They do know Jesus. Yeah.
You know Jesus, bro.
It was funny. It was fun doing crazy on Father's Day. Yeah. You could tell God was unhappy that Jesus didn't come and see him.
Yeah.
You could just tell it was ferocious.
Yeah. I like the fact that if you were Jesus, would you really actually like your dad that much?
No, of course it wouldn't.
No.
Fuck that dude, man. Fucking you go somewhere and he doesn't even, like he bangs your mum and then he disappears like your whole life until you're like 30. So you have to die to meet him.
Yeah.
He couldn't even be. He could come down
all the time. He's just like, trust me, son.
Yeah. And
trust me, motherfucker.
I don't want to hear this stuff, that he couldn't come and see him. Bitch, he could come down to fuck his mum.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he could.
Yeah.
But no, he didn't. Yeah. Even when they strapped him to a piece of wood. And then after they killed him and that, not only did they make him go back, but then he made his whole religion and that. He made a symbol of it all. The murder weapon.
Yeah.
So,
why not the fish? They were using the fish previously.
Yeah.
Why not use the fish?
And I still want to...
No, it's got to be about his death now.
Yeah. And I still want to know what his fascination with bread was as well. Because he seemed to think that his body was made of bread, and I'm no biologist.
No.
And neither is a lot of people in today's age, apparently.
Yeah.
But that is not... Your body is not made of bread.
No.
No.
Also, they never said the size of the fish.
That's true. Which one was this again?
The feeding of the...
The feeding of the 5,000.
500 or 5,000, whatever.
Feeding of the 5,000, yeah. 500.
They never said what kind of fish it was.
Gordon Ramsay just 500.
Was it a whale?
I mean...
Was it a whale?
Whales on fish, but...
Well, they don't know.
That's true, they probably didn't know that.
They don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I have found this thing.
A fish is a water thing to them.
It is a fish.
Yeah.
Single fish. Yeah, it doesn't matter if everyone only gets a tiny bit of bread then, does it? Everyone's already enjoying a mouthful of delicious, delicious whale.
Yeah. I mean, it could have been, to be fair. But I was about to say it wasn't Moby Dick.
Still alive while they were chopping it up.
Is that the noise he made?
Jesus is like, keep going, it doesn't mind.
The blood of Christ compels you. I like fucking whales. I honestly do look at whales and I think that they're so much smarter than we realise.
Yeah.
Like I think that with a lot of animals, because every time we've done the test with animals to see how smart they are, they've always been smarter than we think.
I think he wants to...
You want to go out again, dog?
He wants out.
Hold on.
Talking into the Lucasade. There you go, buddy.
He'll be back. He'll be back in like a few minutes. He'll go out there and he'll be like, yeah, I want to go out here and look around. And he'll be like, yeah. And just come back.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, my giant dog is in here at the moment with us.
Huge dog.
Huge, man. He's a mauling guard dog.
Yeah.
It's like I have to calm him down and give him a bit of doggy CBD so he doesn't attack anyone that walks in.
Yeah.
And before you came, I was like, give me half an hour so I can give the dog his drugs. Pin him down.
I've seen him use a trank gun before.
Sometimes if he gets too rowdy.
You just have to.
Yeah. I'm talking about you, who's already back in here, like I said.
Back in here.
Wasn't it? He's so dumb.
Spike's like, it was a bit shit out there.
He walks in and it's like, I make as much space as I can for him, and he still decides to try and walk over things.
Yeah.
Danya, you nick. Yeah.
I like the fact that he likes to sit down on top of stuff as well. That's like one of his favourite things to do. There's a load of shit here. I'm going to sit on it.
You're like going through under chairs and going behind stuff because he's obviously a tunnelling dog, a Jack Russell.
Yeah.
So that's like, he's like, yeah, let me do this.
Yeah.
But for me, it's just like, stop fucking doing it, you annoying thing. I love the doggy though, very much. Actually, but I tell you what, if you love me talking about anything, then you can catch me doing that every Tuesday, 2 to 3 on Switch Radio. Your boy will be there for an hour, giving you all the music, all the fun, all the facts, and including some advertisements of where you can foster some kitties. Yeah. I brought that into the thing, and I'm going to advertise that a few times as well, I think, because I like that. It's on this new Midlands Magazine segment that we do.
Nice.
Yeah. You could pick either one, so unless there's some kind of I don't know, sexual free brothel on there, then I can't see something beating animal fostering. That can be asking everyone. But I did tell Dave to put the bush on there because he's pushing like arts and creativity. Yeah. So if he does do that, then I send him the link and stuff. I was like, Dave, do it, because everyone loves the bush.
Yeah.
And I don't mean pubic hair. I mean
some people
Holly
do,
bush. Oh, fuck them. No.
Some people do.
Yeah, some people are crazy.
Some people specifically go back to that retro shit.
Yeah. But
some people are like,
I understand it with
like
dudes.
An afro I can lick.
Well, not you.
No, but someone.
Yeah. I understand it with dudes, a bit more. Say if you can't grow a beard.
Yeah.
I understand it because I can't grow a beard, so sometimes I feel manly when I just let my bush grow out a little bit, I'm like, yeah. Because I can only grow hair on my lower body, my legs like crazy, and I can grow pubes, but then when it comes to my top, I've got like fuck all chest hair.
Yeah.
And even the hair on my head is, thin.
Yeah.
And always has been, and I've always had a high hairline. So I don't think I'm going bolder. I just always look like I'm going bald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you've just always had a hairline that sort of goes right back to your ears.
Yeah. No, not that. I mean, that's a shaved part. As I used to say when I was in the call centre, like, because I used to like be like all proper Sanskrit before, with like a lot of the Muslim people and that. Hence why I did like the fasting for a day.
Yeah.
Much respect for people that do that for a month, man. It's fucking hard. Yeah. Yeah, I remember like the one time they were taking
takeaway every evening though. Fuck me.
Oh yeah, the meal that they have each night, it's like immense. It's like it defeats the object because it's like you're doing it to remind yourself of the people that don't have food.
Yeah.
But those people that don't have food aren't able to then like pig out at the end of the day.
At the end of it, they are still trying to let people survive. Like it's like you still need to be able to live. So fast during the day to experience what that's like, and then make sure you don't die in the evenings.
I suppose not dying is important.
Yeah,
maybe. And personally, like take a gamble every now and then.
Yeah.
Live life in the fast lane.
Life in the fast lane.
Do I want to do any plugs? So, I mean, KD Comedy as always. You can also check out Wrestling with Egos as well, where I am on every single week with myself, Patrick Swafford and Brian Krieger. We talk about all different wrestling things. Not just, we have little chats about, the current stuff that's going on, but we also cover a different topic each time. Like, the most recent one that we did that will be coming out soon was, what was it now? Fuck. It was something. I think it was like,
Scampy prices. Too much?
No. No, it wasn't that. It's close. What was it now? I think it might have been wasted opportunities or something like that. Yeah, going through different wasted opportunities. And naturally, I was talking about how every girl that walks past me and doesn't jump on my PP is a wasted opportunity. But then they told me we were talking about wrestling. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, let me rewrite my list. Cool. Just a little, tidbit for you there to get you interested. And I only get my wheelie out twice and it's on video, so that's good
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I thought 4 times was probably too many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you sniffing my shoes for, buddy? What you about?
My dog sniffing your shoes?
Yeah.
Don't let my dog sniff your feet.
I think you can smell cat.
Can you smell a cat?
Yeah.
Have you got a cat in yours, or did you just step on a cat?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a cat?
Yeah, I don't just step on cats, Carl.
Oh, it's my bad. You're a one cat kind of guy.
I don't wear cat shoes. Right? I don't walk around with cats strapped to my feet.
You should try it.
Yeah, well.
I had somebody throw a cat at me once.
The thing is, what you don't understand, Carl, is that cats can never actually land on their back. They always land on their feet, right? So if you strap a cat upside down to the bottom of your feet, due to the sort of contradiction between those two elements, you will in fact be able to fly.
Oh, right, yeah. That makes perfect sense,
Because you can never land, so that you'll just be floating above the ground on the backs of cats.
Well, the cat's like just constantly flipping around.
It's not even like, unpleasant for the cats. They're not getting crushed or anything. They're just floating underneath you.
They're just in a perpetual state of
falling.
Yeah, falling. Yeah. But without the fear of going anywhere, because it's not going anywhere. You're getting on the air rushing past.
That's exactly
you're just chilling.
Yeah.
You're just there. Like imagine being in a tumble dryer.
Yeah.
But the walls are made out of cling film.
Yeah.
Really strong cling film.
Yeah, really strong. Yeah.
Natural kind of thing. Do you have any plugs you want to give out? I know you got some new stuff you're working on.
Yeah, okay. Still no new live shows, but I'm working on...
Oh, you'll have to do that after. I forgot about that. Yeah.
I'm not working on any of that. What I am working on is a series called Co-op Comedians, which will be on my YouTube channel alongside Post-Apocalyptic Metal Treehouse, alongside Adbreaker. I wish I could do more of all of this stuff, but there's just... not enough time in the day when you're doing a full-time fucking job. So
yeah, very true. One of my old managers that I used to have in Solihull at one of the call centres.
Yeah.
He was the epitome of a call centre manager, like the, trying to bang every woman basically. It's a bit sleazy and stuff. Makes loads of inappropriate jokes about everyone, He was an alright guy and all that, don't get me wrong. He was just...
Bit of a David Brent.
Yeah. But, more sleazy, though.
Yeah.
What was I going with that originally? Damn, what was my point about that?
Can't remember.
I was going to make a point about how he's a sex pest anyway. That's all I was getting to. However, it worked out with what I was originally saying. Yeah, he was a sex pest.
He was a sex pest.
Yeah.
He's a fucking sex pest.
He's one of those people that I learned that me and him were vagina brothers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Eskimo brothers. Damn.
That's a bit of a racism. I'm sorry.
No.
That's a bit of a racism there. You're trying to say that Inuits are just...
Inuit brothers.
Yes? Can I get the dog? He's in here with me. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you didn't tell me why. All right, then, 1 sec. Might as well pause it because I'm going to have to go and help her.
Okay. That's what they don't like to make clear, because after that, it goes up to £50 a month.
I remember it being a lot more expensive, to be fair, when I was younger. So.
Yeah, but that's because you used to pay for £1,000 per package. Now they just want the subscription of it.
Yeah. Well, it's cheap all in all, so that's cool. It's like you never own it, really. You just have access to it.
Yeah.
Which, whatever. It's kind of like
I'm fine with that. I just wish it wasn't quite that expensive. I think...
Yeah, obviously.
£40 is about the right price for it.
You know what?
50 is too much. 50 is asking too much, because most people aren't going to be using all of those fucking services.
Well, no,
and they know they're fucking not, right?
Which is why it's like £20 for one.
Exactly. So why not
Depending on the
just, if you're going to force people into this fucking route, why not make it just that little bit more reasonable so that more people will take it up? At £40 a month, the amount of people who will be willing to pay for it more than 50, because 50 seems a lot more than 40. If it was $39.99 a month, people would be like, it's like 30 quid, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's fine, because
that's the psychology of it.
Yeah, that's the psychology of it. And the amount of people who would be willing to fucking pay that price would vastly outdo the loss of making everyone pay that extra £10 a month.
The thing is, though, like you said, it only goes up to that after the year of a discount or whatever. Yeah. So you got to imagine the majority of the people that are doing that are people that have just had it the whole time and just... either forgotten it's still coming out, or just so used to it, and they want that one, the two specific things that they're willing to pay for them, or like that, or just straight up, can't be asked to cancel it.
I have opened up another bank account, so I could technically use a different email and a different bank account and just sort of sign up for the discount.
Yeah, why the hell not?
Why the fuck wouldn't I do that?
I've done that with so many things. Yeah, as soon as you're able to. It's the ones that use your IP address. They're the ones bastard.
I've got NordVPN now.
So
fuck them.
You know what, this VPN stuff, I got one of those VPNs, and I was I've been hearing on all the YouTube videos, the wrestling ones especially, in England, how, you can get these things, get a VPN, set it to America, and then watch American Netflix. Yeah. And it just doesn't work.
Are you using a free VPN?
Yeah.
That's why.
Oh, god dang it. Would it work if I paid, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does work if you pay for it. Because I don't know quite what it is, but I think it's just an extra layer of encryption so that they can't tell where the source was or something. I don't know.
Well, no, fuck that. It's just, hey, have this free one, but you can't do the thing that you're probably looking to do. You have to give us money to do that.
Well, exactly.
Motherfuckers.
Why would they give you the full service when they can make you pay for it?
True. I think that every time I'm having sex about having to pay for it, so... I'm like, why are you doing this? Even if we're in a relationship, I'll still pay you every time.
People, Eden's Gate,
Oh, yeah. It's definitely Eden Gate products.
That's how I live my life.
My eyes look, for anyone only listening, you can't tell. But for anyone watching, my eyes only look like this because my contacts are a bit dry. And this smoke from the normal THC-less Eden's Gate smokes that we're having is just making them go a bit, a bit red, a bit
No, I just got hay
glazed. So. I don't have hay fever. I'm a normal.
You're a normal.
I'm a normal.
He's a normal.
The worst thing.
Don't judge him. He's a normal.
when it comes to that, I am a normal. I'm a normie. Yeah. I feel for people. It must be such a bastard to be allergic to sun, basically. I know it's not, but it's when the sun, there's pollen.
Yeah.
You're allergic to the summer. Only people that live in England could be allergic to the summer.
I used to have nosebleeds because of it. And I remember at one point I was on like this scout camp, which I already didn't want to go on because I didn't like scouts, right? And I'm walking through this field and it is just full of fucking flowers, 100% full of them. There's like pollen everywhere. It is the highest pollen place I've ever been in my life. And someone just goes, "Oh, your nose is bleeding." I'm like, "What?" And I look down and it is just fucking streaming out of my face. And they're like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" It's like, yeah, it doesn't hurt. It's just a nosebleed.
Yeah.
You know, I'll deal with it.
Like, why is it that like the nose blood and that is always like so thin and gushy?
I don't know.
Like it's like you're always drunk when you're bleeding out your nose.
Yeah.
Could you ever had that? You ever been cut like when you're drunk or something?
Yeah.
You just go. Yeah. I remember getting cut with glass one time because my way of defending glass, because I'm quite scared of glass, was to be like, "No, don't do it."
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I love that. By the scars that I don't think they're there actually. I think they've faded now. I can't remember what fingers they were, but I had like 2 slices on my fingers, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And then it was, I was drinking a lot. It was the end of the night, when we drank a lot, and it was just like blue, like water with food colouring, basically.
Jesus.
Yeah. Or like what I imagine wee looks like when you're on your period. Probably that too. At the beginning, because not far into it, because then you get the dry blood. And that's where... It's a weird thing as a guy. I'm sure you've noticed this. Yeah. You kind of know when they're on the period.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird. Yeah. You just know. There's like... It's not that it's like an instinctive smell. Like you can kind of get the pheromone. Something weird about it,
Yeah. There's a change in attitude as well, to a certain extent.
Well, that's because apparently it's one of those things a lot of girls are most horny during the time they're on the period.
Yeah.
Which is one of those weird contradictory things. Yeah. It's almost like it's your brain trying to make you still want to... I don't know if you can get pregnant still. You might be able to, I'm not sure.
I think it's like a last-ditch effort, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose you could get pregnant.
If it's still in there and you get pregnant, then
I thought that was the one coming out, but then you've got a new one sat there, though, because then you have the new one come in, pushes the old one out. I don't think that's quite how it works.
Twins.
Do you have that with 2 eggs? No. I think you can have those kind of twins, though.
Something like that.
They're the ones that aren't, identical.
Oh no, that happens. That mostly happens because there's 2 different eggs. Because if it's 2 different eggs,
that's what we're saying.
No, but if it's one egg,
they're identical.
That's when they become.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I forget that things can separate like that.
Yeah, and then you can get identical triplets as well, which is fucking.
Yeah. I always forget that things can separate in such a way like that. Because every time I've separated with a girl,
your house is haunted. You know that.
What?
If you have identical triplets, your house is haunted. You know that.
Oh. I mean, obviously I know that.
That's just a fact.
Yeah, obviously, but I mean, just for anyone who doesn't know why.
I don't even believe in ghosts that much, but that's just a fact.
Obviously, but just for anyone who doesn't know why, please explain to them why.
So basically, if you've got 3 kids who are all identical, right?
Just in case you don't know what identical triplets mean. Just obviously, it's such a technical term.
Then obviously, there's one of 2 things happening. Now, either there's like a spooky curse on your house, right? And they are actually in like the souls of 3 triplets who died like years and years and years ago, because that shit just don't happen, right? Or they are inherently creepy, and they're going to start summoning the devils and the demons and things like that, and then they're going to start singing songs at you in the middle of the night.
Like speaking in tongues.
That kind of shit, yeah.
I can't speak in tongue. I mean, like...
You'll find them at the foot of your bed staring at you in the middle of the night, and you'll be like, what?
That's a thing kids do, though.
Yeah. Why do they do that?
But that's generally a thing. Both of my kids did that at some point.
Why?
Like, they would just come in. Because it's like they want you, but at the same time, they know you're asleep, and they don't know whether to wake you up. And at the same time, they're just they're maybe a bit scared or something, so they're just a bit more chill. Just look at... I don't fucking know. I'm trying to guess.
It's weird.
My kids are weird anyway, so it could be anything. Yeah. Yeah. Kids are dumb.
Yeah, they are dumb.
When they're little, they're especially dumb. People don't understand this concept, but they are very dumb. Which is why people being really like annoyed, around the kids, it's never a good thing, because they suck it in like a sponge. Yeah. Which is why my kids are kind of chilled and like a bit like cool with most things because they were around me when they were sponge age.
When they were sponging.
Yeah, when they was everyone's kids are always sponging off them. That's what parenting is.
Yeah.
And Max is getting to the age now where he will be sponging off me a lot more.
Yeah.
He wanted to go out with his mates and stuff. It's like, pay for a date.
Yeah.
All right. Dad bombed me my first condom. Holy shit, calm down. You're 11.
Relax.
Wait until you're at least 11 and a half. Come on.
Yeah.
Like a good person.
A bit of respect.
Yeah. It's weird though when you have kids and then suddenly they get into that point.
Yeah.
Obviously, it'd be a lot easier now than if having a girl thinking about it in the next few years,
Yeah. I mean, it seems fucking really early though. I don't know. There's so many fucking.
No, but you still think about it.
Yeah,
obviously, 11's too early, but knowing now that it's like only could be a few years away.
Yeah, but I also wonder if that's like.
I mean, I did my
the
first
inevitable march of time because like people used to fucking get laid when it seemed way too early, like years and years ago. So I don't know if over sexualization's a fucking thing.
Well, definitely. I mean, I had the age that Max is now.
Yeah.
My oldest, for anyone who doesn't realise that, I was younger than him when I had my first sexual experience.
Yeah.
I had a weird, very early sexual experience.
Yeah.
When I was in year 6, we were both in year 6, and it was just saw this on something, it was like, we're boyfriend and girlfriend, so that's what we should do.
Oh, fucking hell.
Not understand. Basically, from what I remember, not understanding what we'd seen because, you couldn't see anything from down below. So it's to us, it was just you just rub together with our clothes on.
You Hollywood fucked.
Is that Hollywood fucked?
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
There you go. We Hollywood fucked.
One of the best stories I ever heard about, a sex scene is one of the ones in Game of Thrones. I've been watching that recently.
Oh, yeah. I have a little update on that.
Well into season 3 now.
Oh, you're coming up to the wedding of Red.
Yeah, the fucking wildfire was fucking ruthless. I didn't expect it to go off like a fucking nuke outside of King's Landing.
No. Was it the wildfire or was it something else?
Yeah, they have the wildfire in the
Is that what it was called?
Yeah, and they push it and then they fire the thing down and it goes wham.
Yeah. I thought it was called something else, something like Greek fire, or was that the real one that was based on?
Yeah, the Greek fire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no, fucking wildfire.
Yeah. The green shit.
Yeah, it literally just fucking engulfs the entire fleet.
Oh, so you've had the whole Joffrey stuff.
Oh yeah.
Tyrion, doing the wildfire and everyone being a fan of him, but didn't he get his nose cut in that?
Yeah. And apparently in the books he loses his nose.
Yeah, he fully loses his nose.
Yeah, but in this one it's like, nah, we're not doing that.
That's how expensive that would be to constantly put in. They know
CGI in a nose.
Yeah. Or Voldemort him up somehow.
Yeah. No, that's fucking.
Is Voldemort practical effects somehow?
Yeah, Voldemort was done with VFX. It wasn't.
VFX.
Practical, yeah.
Okay. I was just thinking how they could have done that with practical. You'd have to build his face out, so that would just seem really hard. Yeah. No. Well, exactly. You don't want to be doing that each time. Tyrion's cool. You just want to be Tyrion.
Yeah.
What point are you at now then? Explain what's going on now.
They have just
spoiler alert.
Yeah, they've just accepted Jon Snow into the Wildlings.
Oh yeah. I liked all that. You know the lady in that.
Yeah.
That he's kind of banging.
Dating, yeah.
Yeah, that's his wife in real life now.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones is actually a game of love.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to it, one of the best things I heard about a sex scene in that is the ones with Khal Drogo in the first one, where he's walking in and he's sort of big barbarian and shit.
One of the people that's done the best from Game of Thrones. He was hardly anyone knew him, and now he's Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Bad guy of Fast 10.
And then he became Aquaman, and his shit just fucking kept going from there.
One of the few cool things
really
in DC.
Cool DC movies. Although Aquaman movie still has that fucking thing where 5 times in the movie a wall explodes behind someone to start an action sequence.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. We're in a conversation. Bam! Let's do this.
That's if you're a
there's different mechanics for starting this. You realise that, right?
If you're a wrestling fan, that's what you would refer to as lazy booking.
Yeah.
When it's always somebody comes to the ring, talks a bit, and somebody comes out why are you interrupting me? Because I want to. Oh, I'm getting be angry at you now. Come on then, let's fight next week.
Yeah. But going back to it, it's Khal Drogo, right?
Yeah.
When he was doing those scenes, he came in with a pink unicorn sock on his dick, and apparently it made Emilia Clarke constantly laugh. So it was like it took all of the tension out of it.
Yeah, it's such a good idea, man.
Such a good idea.
I like that so much. Because, I mean, to be fair, man, I think anyone would feel intimidated with freaking naked Jason Momoa in front of them. Yeah.
Yeah, even if he doesn't want to pretend to fuck you.
Yeah. It'd be hilarious if he had a tiny schlong, though.
Yeah.
That's actually why he put the thing on there, because he didn't want to. He wanted to hide it, or if anything, they'll notice it because he can't hide the tininess of it.
He's got an extra sock stuffed in there. That's where the other sock is.
Yeah, no, he's actually got a dildo stuffed in there.
It's that small. He's got a strap on.
Yeah. Flesh-coloured strap on, so you can't see it.
And then he hides the dick in the thing, so that you think like, oh well, he's hiding a dick, so that can't be a strap on.
And yeah. And he has a fleshlight one on, and before he gets his tan as well, he puts it on, and then he gets a spray tan. So it's like proper.
So it like properly matches.
Yeah. He doesn't want anyone to know.
He's got a person in the makeup department who's doing him a solid on the side.
Yeah. That's the only person that knows.
Yeah.
Like, it's like
one day he's terrified that they'll release their fucking.
Yeah. It's like you know how you've got like
just like wow, Jason, this dick is really small.
They got like an NDA. It's like, you know how when you order porn and it says on the things that it'll be discreet billing.
Yeah.
That's what the same situation he has with the guy who does this for him. It's discreetly on his his job title. It's something like Q-stick waxer. Doesn't overtly want to say it. He's like, oh yeah, I'm just reading into pool.
There is something to it, I reckon, because I don't think he's got the biggest dick in the world, because he doesn't have BDE in the same way that, big dick energy.
Oh.
He doesn't have big dick energy in the same way that like an Idris Elba does.
It depends on your definition of big dick energy, though.
Oh, mate, big dick energy when you see big dick energy.
I don't know. I think a lot of people confuse big dick energy with little dick energy.
No,
to me, big dick energy is like proper like I'm good.
No, mate. No. Big dick energy is this whole different vibe. Big dick energy is this thing of like being the chillest, coolest guy in the room somehow without having to do anything.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
That's BDE,
yeah, because that's
like big dick energy.
It's like walking
Little
around.
Dick energy is a different thing. Little dick energy is that thing of like, oh, I've got to really try hard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm with you in that case. A lot of people say the opposite way around.
No.
Yeah.
Big dick energy is all about fucking like
no. I tell you exactly what it's like.
Yeah.
It's like being one of those guys walking around on the street, knowing you, like being a black belt, whatever.
Yeah.
Like the MMA fighters, they
fuck up.
Yeah. You can just walk around the street. You have a level of chill and like happiness that nobody else gets if they don't know. Like,
because you're just like constantly like, I got a big dick.
Basically. Yeah.
Like Pete Davidson is like a prime example of big dick energy.
Not
even
definitely.
that funny. Always been in SNL. Always been getting these hot chicks. Gets all of these like millionaire women to fuck him all the time. He's just got BDE, dude. He's got a big dick.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I give off big dick energy, and that's what I'm saying. Big dick energy is more of anything a state of mind. It doesn't actually have to correlate with the size of your penis.
I've got to break your bubble here, Carl. Unfortunately, you don't have big dick energy.
I got big dick energy. You haven't seen me slagging up though. This is a thing.
That's true. I haven't. But
bear in mind, I don't like it. I don't see it as a flex, but I was quite slag. I do have good game.
You get off of someone with big dick energy, like as I say, it's like Liam Neeson.
The chillness, though, ain't it? The lack of caring.
Yeah,
so much.
yeah.
I do care though. That's the thing.
That's the problem. But that's why you don't give.
I don't care as much though.
You don't care as much. That's because you're a comedian, and that makes you a cool motherfucker.
Well, no. Hold on. I mean, let's get rid of that right now. It's the one thing we've learned over the last few months is that a lot of comedians are not chilled.
A lot of comedians be caring.
They're caring far too much. Yeah. It shouldn't be the comedians that are getting offended.
Yeah, no.
I'm writing a new rap at the moment where one bit I'm like, I'm mentioning like, I'm trying to, every line at every verse is like trying to insult different things. I'm not even insult, just mentioning them. Like at the one bit I say, something's gay, and the next bit I'm like, no, hate, it wasn't intended. But if you don't suck dick, then why are you offended? Yeah, this is like, if you're not one of them, why are you getting offended for them? White knight here, white knight there. I don't know why I'm talking about that again. So.
Interesting. I like it. I want to see the final product.
I mean, I definitely don't have little dick energy anyway.
You don't have little dick energy?
Yeah, that's all right then.
No, you don't have little dick energy. But you definitely don't have BDE, mate.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what then. Average dick energy is fine by me.
Average dick energy.
That's a contentness to me.
Anyone can be average dick energy.
That's just a nice contentness, though.
Yeah, it's just like that's just a normal motherfucker.
Oh,
There's something about
a
motherfucker walking in, going like as I say, like Liam Neeson, like I've got a 14-inch cock when it's erect.
I didn't know he said this.
I don't have to fucking do anything.
14 inch.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to do anything. Yeah, because he's
someone talks about
out.
it because it's like a fucking Pringles can. Like fucking Pringles can.
Imagine a lady
another BDE, another fucking BDE is Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, okay.
Willem Dafoe, BD fucking motherfucker. BDE.
Okay, yeah, because he does have that chillness. I get what you mean
a
bit
video,
more now.
There's a video of his dick out, and it is fucking upsettingly big.
It's not necessarily about caring. It's also about, like, literally your manner of being, whether you're upbeat or chill.
Yeah.
You'd rather just chill, lay back.
Yeah.
Like Snoop Dogg, you could imagine it.
Elba, another BDE.
Snoop Dogg, I could imagine.
Snoop Dogg, BDE.
Yeah. He's like the epitome.
Yeah,
okay. So, I mean, more importantly, who's got little dick energy in that case? I mean, I can think of a few.
I'll tell you guys who's got little dick energy.
I can think of a few comics, but I'm not going to say them. Willie is.
Will.i.am has got little dick energy.
He does have little dick energy, you know. To be fair, that's a perfect example.
That's a perfect example of little dick energy, mate.
Who else would have little dick energy? You know what? Leanna's little dick energy. You don't really. I just thought that'd be funny to say.
I'm trying to think of other stars with little dick energy.
Is there? There's got to be one for ladies
too.
Does
Jim Carrey have little dick energy?
Yes and no, because
is that big dick energy? I don't know.
No, this is again like he's kind of more to me though. Like I was saying, more my kind of way in regards to he doesn't actually give a shit about anyone's opinion and all that.
I think he might not have either. Then I think he.
But
might
he's energetic as fuck, so he's putting.
I think he's got average dick energy.
Yeah,
you know who's got little dick energy?
Rob
Schneider. Rob Schneider's totally got little dick energy.
Yeah, and David Spade.
David Spade's got little dick energy.
Proper little dick energy there.
Oh yeah, he does.
You know who else got little dick energy actually though? Gordon Ramsay.
Oh my god, we're coming across so many fucking. We're a pioneer of this shit, man.
Yeah.
Pioneer of this shit.
Little dick energy detectives.
So hard.
Go on.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Little dick energy, bro.
Yeah.
Little dick energy.
What about Elon Musk?
Trying so hard and just not cool.
What about Elon Musk though?
Elon Musk? I don't think Elon Musk has got little dick energy.
No?
I don't think he does. I think he's a bit too much of a shit talker to have little dick energy. He doesn't want people to like him that much. You know? But I don't think he's got big dick energy.
Wait. Elon Musk doesn't want people to like him?
No, because he does all that Twitter shit and he just you know.
I think he wants a lot of people to like him. It's just he likes the other side. Not gonna lie, he's very anti-woke. Probably more on my side.
Yeah.
Whatever side that is, I don't know.
But the thing is, I don't think he's got BDE. He doesn't have BDE. He doesn't have little dick energy either. You know who does have little dick energy? Jeff Bezos.
Jeff
Bezos got hella little dick energy.
I don't know if I'd class that as much as little dick energy, more limp dick energy.
Oh, totally. Yeah, he's got ED.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. Actually,
and as we all know from Your Mum's House, if you've ever watched that, ladies and gentlemen, ED is cap.
Is what?
ED is cap.
Yeah, it sound bad. Yeah. I tell you,
it's a lie. Their theory is that if you've got ED, you're gay.
I understand the logic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it works in theory though.
No, because I know a lot of guys who've had that kind of issue. I myself have luckily been sort of fairly clear of that, so I'm quite happy with that.
Well, that's because you, as you've readily pointed out a lot, you know, you haven't had a lot of sex.
Yeah.
So for you, it's like a treat.
There was a problem initially when I started like finally getting into being gay, because it's been like fucking years and years and years. Like porn was like the normal way of doing it, so it was like, oh, this feels like it's difficult to try and sort of, you know, like move myself in and then eventually after a while it's like, oh no, this is a lot better. This is so much better. Holy shit, this is better.
No, I mean, the perfect thing to do there, combine the two.
Yeah.
That's the best thing to do. You combine porn and sex.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. You can have like I'm trying to think what it would be. Reverse cowgirl, and she can watch porn.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then you can do something else, and you can watch porn.
Yeah.
You can do a speed bump if you can figure out what that actually is, because I keep getting confused.
Mammal, so let's do it like we
exactly.
do on the Discovery Channel.
That was the goth song for me for ages because, as I said, I was a slag.
Yeah.
Very good at it. It's not hard to be a slag.
Let's do it doggy style. So
not hard.
We can both watch X-Files.
A lot of it is about insulting women. Women like being insulted.
On the Discovery Channel.
Getting horny now. You know who else got little dick energy?
Yeah.
Well, actually, sorry, not little dick energy, limp dick energy. Will Smith.
Ooh,
He's got that little dick. Little dick or limp dick. I'm not sure which.
Yeah.
Because the dude.
Oh, no, actually, apparently he's got a big dick.
Well, he may have a big dick, but it's limp as fuck.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
It doesn't matter how big it is.
But that's the thing. Loads of people have said for years he's gay. So does that give credence to the idea?
I don't think he's gay. No, I don't think he's gay. I never got that from him.
I don't know. There's people who've been suggesting it. People
suggest everything. It doesn't make it any more true.
No, but they've been suggesting it about Tom Cruise for a while as well. I think they're almost wishing
that's a whole different story. I mean, that's completely different.
Yeah.
That's like, obviously.
Obviously.
I mean, don't get me wrong, bye. Yeah, I'm not. He's a greedy fuck. Everything else about him says that he's very greedy.
The fun one. John Travolta, there's like multiple people who've been like, he was getting a massage.
Yeah, he's camp as fuck, ain't he? So.
And it's like, oh, do you want to do more? And it's like, oh god, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's from the he's from like the
old school Hollywood. Like you
gotta hide
away,
that.
And if they're into it, they're into it.
Oh no, I meant more.
Then you stop.
I meant more that like trying to not comfortable with the gay.
Oh yeah,
having the gay in him, but not being comfortable with the gay.
Yeah. He doesn't want to sort of reveal the.
Yeah. But was it a bad grab as well? Then was it?
It was a butt grab. It was
a bad grab though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I'm not into this, or giving them no reason to think I'm into this.
Yeah.
Because some massage places, they're fine with you having a little grab because I'm grabbing up you.
You find those ones and you go to them if you're John Travolta. That's the
thing. Yeah. Maybe he thought that he was going to one of them, but he got confused because as soon as he saw the advertisement for that massage parlour, he was like, you know what? That's the one that I want.
That's the one I want. Ooh.
You see what I did there? Because it's like the song.
It is.
It's like the song.
It's like that song that happened.
Yeah, man.
Do you remember that song? I do.
What, the one that I want?
Yeah.
Nah, I never heard of it.
Oh, that's weird. How did you say it earlier then?
I don't know. What are you in about?
Jesus.
Grease is a trip, man. You know, at the end of that.
It's a fucking whack-ass movie.
Yeah, they fly off into the clouds, man. Like, I love the theory that that was all just a fever kind of dream of, like, her passing out, after she fell in the water at the beginning. Yeah. She never got rescued by him. Yeah. She was just dying.
Yeah. That's why they're floating up to heaven in the car.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I think personally, the most unbelievable thing about that is that she would go to heaven because, she'd be fucking.
She'd be fucking.
She ain't marrying and fucking. We know God is not up for that. He is not down for sexual intercourse before being married. I mean,
she's all about that ABC, man. Always be climaxing.
Yeah. I mean, we know that God, for example, he's absolutely fine with an elderly man having sexual intercourse with a 9-year-old as long as they're married.
That's fine.
As long as they're married,
that's fine.
Then that's good. That's
okay.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? This is the Bible.
As I said over and over again, I keep forgetting to say on stage. To be fair, though, I understand in that case why Muhammad doesn't want his photo to be taken in that, because no paedophile does really.
What's really interesting about the Bible as well? Everyone
talked over my fucking whatever.
No, sorry.
No. Go ahead.
I thought you were finished.
That's what I like. It'll say to me, though. Yeah. I thought you was finished. I was like, no, just went limp.
Everyone thinks the Bible's such a lovely book. It's got rules in there for how to keep your slaves.
Really?
Yeah. It's like, don't mistreat your slaves, but keep slaves like this and have your slaves do that.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, motherfucker?
So this would have been Roman time. I wonder what slaves could have been anything back then, actually.
Just anyone, yeah.
Yeah, they could literally be anyone because
put into slavery.
Yeah, because they had a full-on multicultural. Rome was multicultural. As long as you're willing to pay tax, you were happy to be in. As long as you're willing, that's where a lot of our basic structure to cities and stuff comes from now. Pretty much from the Roman stuff. It's all built from there.
Slaves are fucking weird. That's such a weird concept, man.
Slaves.
Yeah,
it is.
In Rome, they had slaves of slaves. There was an actual name for it, of being a slave of a slave.
I've seen that, like the richer guys that had like their personal slaves, they would have like, it's like
slaves
an assistant,
underneath them.
like a personal
the
assistant,
slave. Yeah.
You see it on Plebs?
Yeah.
They've got it on Plebs, which is not the worst program. It's quite funny. It's got those little bits of like historically accurate things like that, you know.
I love that kind of shit. It's like Blackadder was so much fun.
I never got into that. I just couldn't. It was one of them. I think I've said it before.
Series 4 is the best, like, emotionally, because it's just it feels so relevant even now.
Well, the Fourth War was the best as well. So
the what?
The Fourth War was the best as well.
First World War, mate.
Oh yeah, but that was the Fourth War, wasn't it altogether? So.
The Fourth War.
Yeah, you said it was season 4. That's the Fourth War. No. Is there not only? I don't know.
Not all of them are about wars.
I thought they actually were.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a different
the first series
time
is
frame each time.
Don't watch the first series ever, but watch the second series and then watch the third and then watch the fourth because they're all brilliant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I won't watch any. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'd just be straight up with you there. I ain't gonna watch any.
That's fair.
Not a fan of Blackadder.
I love Blackadder.
I don't like looking at Rowan Atkinson and hearing him talk for one. Like, you shouldn't be able to do that.
You just don't like his appearance and his general demeanour.
It's not that. It's just I'm like, you're Mr. Bean. Stop not being Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
The only time I was okay with him not being Mr. Bean was when he was in Rat Race and he was like, I'm winning. It's so exciting. Yeah. It's a race. Little cock doggies. That was great, man. Endlessly quotable, that is. Yeah. Freaking love that film.
That's such a weird movie. I love that movie, but it's so weird.
I forget his name, the comedian guy, when he's like, he stole Hitler's car. And
was it John Lovitz?
Yeah, was it? Yeah. Stole Hitler's car and his wife put some of the lipstick on the steering wheel. And then they crashed and he was like, hit his face and he had like the lipstick under his nose. He had the Hitler moustache. Yeah. And he like bit his tongue. So he was like, oh, everyone was like, what are you doing in the Hitler car? And he crashed into like a war memorial thing with like a load of army vets, you know, standing outside, and he's like, blah, 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 blah. I can't.
Being a racist.
I like how I tried to do the German accent and the German language, and it came out as
like a Murloc in World of Warcraft.
Yeah. I know Murloc.
Do you?
Yeah, there's a song about him.
Yeah.
I am Murloc. Something like that.
They are some of the most fun things that were ever like in World of Warcraft. They're annoying as fuck to fight.
I don't know what they are.
Well, basically, they're just like like frogs that have become sentient humans, and they build like little villages around lakes and stuff like that, and they go when they're charging in at you.
Right.
And they are little rat bastards to kill.
I'm going to sweep this topic away from anything that isn't Warhammer.
That's World of Warcraft, a whole different thing.
It's all fucking shit anyway. Let's go to the news. Let's see what's going on in the news. Okay. I always like to look at the news, as you know.
The news.
Did you see what Joe Biden did at the end of one of his speeches the other day?
No.
Did you not see?
No.
He did like an hour and a half speech about gun control.
Right.
I don't know if I should show you instead.
Yeah,
might be fun you to just show it, yeah.
Do it. I want to see this shit.
It isn't like, you know, huge or anything, but
it's something funny.
It did make me chuckle. It was one of them gaffes, because there's a lot of talk at the moment with the re-election for whatever the parties are.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, he's going up against, at the moment, against RFK Jr.,
yep.
the nephew, I think, that of JFK.
Yeah.
And there's this woman as well who's trying to be the first female president. And Piers Morgan had another one, and they were talking about, like, you know, gender identity and all that.
Yeah.
And she was saying, I think with most things, it's okay, it's pretty chill. Which I kind of agree with, like, in most ways, it doesn't matter. So just let them do what they want.
Do what they want, yeah.
Don't bitch me if I get it wrong, don't you? I mean, chill.
Yeah.
But then they were talking to her. He was talking to her, and he was like, "Well, how would you feel then? You know, if say you're on about being the first female president, what about if a guy came along and transitioned and then became president?" She'd be like, "Well, it'd be okay. You know, he would be the first. She would be the first woman, but." You know, I wouldn't be very happy about it. I think a lot of us ladies would end that night with a stiff drink. So you can't say they're the same, and then in the next part of your sentence, be like,
"But it's different."
But it's completely different, you know. Let's not get into that though. Anyway, Biden.
Joe Biden.
Look away for a second so I can
Joe
search
Biden.
for it.
Joe Biden. Joe Biden.
That's a very thingy.
Have you ever seen that guy? Okay, alright. Are we ready?
Yep, just don't read the title.
Don't read the title. Right.
Hold on, let me get it to here then.
Right, okay.
There you go. Actually, he's on the front.
Oh, for fuck's. Right, I'm looking now.
Put the finger on the speaker.
They can see you, and it's the least consequential part of this whole meeting for you. I promise. All right. God save the Queen, man.
Oh!
This is the other day.
Oh no!
God save the Queen, man. Yeah, he didn't. He didn't. He failed at that. Definitely did not save the Queen. We can.
Jesus.
There's so much wrong with that, like,
God
you know.
save the Queen, man.
Like, the American person that I saw talking about this was
he
like...
seems to be slowing down. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He sounds like a record player that's slowly coming to an end.
Oh, God, let's have a look at this. Biggest gaps. Because he fell over again. That didn't seem that bad then. Chocolate chip.
Falling up the stairs. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I've done it a few times now, ain't he?
Yeah, he can't handle stairs.
President of the free world can do anything.
Falling asleep.
I understand that. Be funny if we fall. Of the Americans. Oh, that's actually not that
How
bad.
fucking... He looks like he is just fucking off of it. He looks like he's just on a cocktail of drugs.
Which I think, you know, like, at the very least, if you're going to run the free world, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Be high.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day. It's quite weird that to be like, it's so many different jobs where you have to get drug tested.
Yeah.
But to be president or prime minister, that's not one.
No.
To make the decisions about the country, about all those people that have to be drug tested.
It's like they keep on doing, like, you know, these really big drug laws and like, yes, we're going to you know, put people in jail for having even the smallest amount of drugs. And then they go into the fucking Houses of Parliament, check on top of the toilets, and lo and behold, every single one of them is contaminated with fucking cocaine.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, guys, come on.
Yeah.
How the fuck do they keep getting? It's like at the same time when I talk about go back and watch the Kill Them With Comedy on the Great British Weed Conspiracy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Literally, there are people in this country who are selling fully flowering legal cannabis to other countries in the world as a medicinal fucking medicine.
We're the biggest exporter.
We're the biggest exporter
of bud.
Right, of bud.
It's crazy.
And guess what? In our country, not fit for normal medical use. You can't just hand that out on prescription. That would be
well,
be
you can. Only private doctors can.
Yeah, but it's not even like a fucking serious fucking thing. Like,
it's not big. Yeah, it's not very regular.
It's bullshit. When in fact we're selling it.
It's
to
just
everywhere
CBD
else.
basically anyway, though, which is a thing.
CBD's a thing, but it's not like THC has got a whole other level of stuff that it does as well. Like,
no, I mean, but is THC in the medicinal bud that they give you, or is it just CBD?
Yeah, no, it gives you. Yeah, it's THC.
Oh, surprising. You'd have thought it would just be. I don't really understand why they would give it THC in it.
Well, because they have to sort of slowly admit that, yes, it does have a medicinal purpose if we're going to sell it to other fucking countries.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the CBD, though.
Yeah, but it's just...
I suppose the
It's so bullshit that, like, there's rules for us and then there's rules for the government. And if you're part of the government, you get to do whatever the fuck you want. Because you just make a bill and get all your mates to sign it, and lo and behold, you're the only person in the UK who can sell fucking cannabis. Yeah.
Or a lot of time, what they do, I've noticed, is they will have, like, a bill with, like, a lot of different things on there, and they have, like, high-profile ones that they really push and don't really make any point of these other ones that are, like, hidden away, which are actually the important ones that make a big difference to the stuff they want a difference made to.
Yeah.
That's something they do all the time, apparently, which I can imagine. And I think it's both, like, I used to think that we were much better in England than them over there in across the pond, as they say. Across the pond.
Yeah.
But no, we're just as bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're terrible.
We're just as bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Eventually,
it's just that lobbying isn't technically legal here. You can't walk up to someone and say, "I'll pay for your political campaign if you do this when you're in office."
Yeah.
Instead,
you can donate though.
Yeah. Instead, they just have to donate and suggest that they do something while they're in office.
Yeah. You don't write that down, that agreement, but that agreement's still there. Let's be honest. Nobody gives something for free.
Yeah, and then the Conservatives cheat in every single election. They always overspend, and then they get a tiny slap on the wrist and go, "Oh, we won't do it again."
To be fair, it was a lot easier about 10 years ago or 15 years ago, because rather than having to pay each other like donations or pay them back or do a service run, they would give them vouchers for Jeffrey Epstein's Island. Mm-hmm. They were going around all the governments.
They had so many of those vouchers as well.
Yeah.
Hundreds of them. They're given out by the fistful.
I was shocked at how many of them managed to fully complete like multiple loyalty cards.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah. And the thing is, those loyalty cards, it's not 10. No, it's every 20 trips. You got to go there a lot to fill out a loyalty card, and some of them filled out triple digits.
Ironically, that was the only time. That was the only time when they really wanted everything to be like 20 minimum. You know. Yeah. Like age, no, but. God damn it. Yeah, I know. Well, that stuff then ruined my train of thought where I was going with that joke. Yeah, and bloody no. There's food. Yeah.
That happened around 40 minutes, by the way, if you want to make a note of that.
Did you notice I put the title in?
Where did I put mine?
Mate, I realised when we said it that there was a title in there.
Nordic Energy, yeah.
40 minutes, second part, break for family years. Okay, that's good enough. I know what that means.
Yeah.
Don't insult my neck.
Don't insult my intelligence.
Have you seen the thing about the angry orcas?
Oh, what, destroying yachts?
Yeah. Fucking crazy, man. Like a gang of them that are purposely going out there and like targeting different boats and like and legitimately sinking them a couple of times.
Yeah.
Like I think there was a couple of people killed too.
Someone put a thing like, orcas are not our friends, we should be really worried about this, blah, 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 blah. It's also at the same time, fuck you posh cunt, because his name was like...
He said orcas are not our friends, we need to worry about them.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. As if like, I tell you the best way to deal with orcas if you're that scared of them. Don't go in the water.
Yeah, don't go in the water. Yeah.
They're not going to come on land and get you.
It's not fucking your place anyway.
Yeah, I don't fuck with the ocean, man. Like, I don't want to go out doing these dive things.
I love the ocean so much. I love being at the beach. I love being on the sea. I love like that kind of stuff. But I'm
near
not going
the land.
Into the fucking deep ocean.
Yeah, you like being in the sea as long as you're near land.
Yeah.
Because we are not built for the sea.
I had a big inflatable Union Jack boat that me and a mate bought at one point when we were on holiday. And we went all the way out as far as we could, and then it was like, no, we're way too far now, we're going back.
Yeah.
I'm not going any further into this shit.
Yeah, I've swam it before, and I'm just like, oh no, this is too far. Mm-hmm. I went right to the end of where the ropes, let you go, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I was young and dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like that, I've always thought that whales are very smart.
Yeah.
And it kind of feels here like it's proof that they act, at the very least, that they're as smart as chimps, because chimps have that basic kind of, because once you get to a certain level of smartness, as you know, it's like you get those complex emotions. That's it. Jealousy and whatnot, and anger, revenge.
It could also legitimately be that there's just not enough food left in the ocean, so they're starting to go, well, those things do keep coming in.
Yeah, but they'd probably recognise very quickly though that they can't eat the boats.
Yeah, and they don't seem to actually attack people. They just sink the boats.
No, I think they have.
No, there's actually never been a recorded orca attack. Recorded.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't. They are a killer whale, and they could chomp something down very easily.
They've killed people in like trainers and stuff. Yeah. But I swear with this stuff though that one or two, I think, died. 2 people have died during these attacks.
Really?
I think so. I mean, don't quote me. I might be incorrect. I would check, but I can't be asked. Can't be fucked.
If you want to do the research, do it yourself.
There you go. Yeah.
This is a do-it-yourself research podcast. We are Squishy Logic. It is supposed to be squishy, if vaguely logical.
But if there are images that you need, you can go on to KD_the_babyface, and I will put them on my Instagram because I'm trying to get people to follow my Instagram anyway, so I might as well use that. Because Instagram apparently is something that people like to use. I have learned this. I personally think it's fucking annoying because you can only upload photos from your phone. Makes no sense.
That is fucking annoying.
No, yep. Yeah. But whatever.
You can get third-party stuff that will let you do it from a computer, but they're all shit and probably stuffed with malware. So
yeah, they're not the good things, are they? I know. Yeah, forget them. There was something I was going to get to when we were talking about the thing before, and I forget what the thing. Oh yeah, that was it. Wales apparently. I read with something that what happened was that the matriarch of that group got attacked by people, and that's why they're angry. They're going after. I'm guessing like in a boat, So they just
fuck up
revenged anger. I don't quite know how they definitely know this, but I know they do follow like groups of whales and stuff, don't they?
They do, yeah.
So whether it's something like that, I don't know.
I think the Japanese still do whaling as well, don't they? No one really talks about that like anymore, but they still do.
No one really talks about what the Japanese do.
Yeah.
Like, they're not too far from like Chinese culture when you look at like their food, for example.
Yeah.
Eating stuff that's alive. Like, I never realised that oysters were alive until you eat them. Like, they're straight up alive.
They're just frozen, aren't they? Sort of.
No, not even that. It's like if they're kept chill, so they're cold.
Yeah.
If Gordon Ramsay goes into like a place and the lobster, the oysters are dead, he was like, "Oh, these are dead. Get rid of them. You gotta kill somebody." And then naturally, gets 2 pieces of bread, puts it on their head, and he's like, "It's an idiot sandwich." Yeah. Okay.
Little dick energy.
Yeah. He always has to get his baps out as well. He does.
Yeah.
Always has to, man. And the bottom baps as well.
Yeah.
All the baps. He's a chef, actually. I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it. Okay, maybe I've been a bit hard on it. Which is as hard as I get when I watch him do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know Pete Davidson crashed into a house?
That's big dick energy.
Yeah. I know you mentioned him earlier.
Just gets out and goes like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I'll pay for this."
Oh, did you know? This is like a weird version of like cancel culture. This is.
No.
That where was this? Utah has banned the Bible from primary schools due to graphic violence and vulgarity. It's such a weird point that we got to now.
Yeah.
I'm not against
not having a religious text in this.
Yeah, I'm not against banning the Bible. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. Weird that it's for that reason.
Yeah.
But alright, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, you should just not have religious texts in schools. That's ideally the way it should be, unless you're doing a religious education class.
Utah, though, isn't that like the Mormon place?
Yeah.
Yeah, or the Latter-day Saints? That's the same thing, I think, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. I swear
That's
it is.
a tough sell.
Well, no, so of course they don't want the Bible there, like they're banning the Bible. It's not because of vulgarity, because they just want thing read.
Yeah.
So we don't want none of this old school Bible.
Yeah.
That's banned, but like the Mormon version.
That's fine.
The what was it? Joseph Smith?
Yeah,
the Joseph Smith edition. I didn't know.
Oh, God.
I was listening to some stuff about that the other day. He was 26 when he was doing this.
Jesus.
Who the hell would listen to a 26-year-old about religious ideas?
About looking into a hat and reading from a fucking seer stone.
Golden plates.
Yeah, off of golden tablets.
They were taken back.
And then he lost the golden tablets, and then they lost the fucking thing, so he had to do it again. And this time it was going to be the same story, but slightly different.
Yeah.
Instead of being from the book of Nephi, it was from the book of Nephi.
Yeah. Which is the same thing, but it's slightly different. It just won't be worded.
Yeah.
Good way around that guy.
Yeah.
And didn't at some point he was talking to a magic frog, I believe.
Yeah.
Think about that.
I just love the South Park bit. Dum 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 dum. I know I talk about that every single time we bring it up, but it's so good.
I don't think you do. I really want to go and watch that. what's it called again? The Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
The play.
I really want to see that.
I never realised until like.
They should make a movie of that. If they made a movie of that, I'd watch the shit out of that.
Yeah, that'd be really good to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, effectively, I suppose that they've already kind of done it like with the series, haven't they? They've focused a lot on Mormonism already.
Yeah, but like that's a whole different audience. Like people watched the Book of Mormon who never watched South Park.
Well,
you know, they were like, oh no, South Park is far too. A Book of Mormon, oh, it's a triumph.
I suppose, yeah. So the people
You know what I mean?
that wouldn't normally watch any kind of
yeah,
films
and then
or
if they start
programmes.
watching that, they're like, well, maybe I do like South Park because it has
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of the same fucking humour because it's those two guys who wrote it.
There's a great YouTube page that I found recently. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but I can't. But it's anyone that's a wrestling fan and a South Park fan, you'll be able to find it. It's like a mashup of the two. It's like a fan-made thing, like little 5-minute skits of stuff that's like happened as well, like real stories that have come out.
Yeah.
Like recent ones too, and like in a South Parky style.
Yeah.
It's like wrestling South Park. Like yeah.
Yeah.
If you're a wrestling fan, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
If you're a Steven Seagal fan, it would be crap.
Yeah. Like a Steven Seagal.
No, just because if
Oh,
you're...
Steven Seagal's website started working properly yet?
I don't know.
Let's
Should we have a
find
look-see?
out. Let's find the fuck out, shall we? Last time we did a podcast, Steven Seagal's website was literally just dick pills. So
It had been like it for a while because I checked it before.
Yeah.
That's how I realised this. When I was editing it, I wanted to get a picture of it so I could like scroll it through, like do a video. So as we were talking about it, I could have it on the screen going through.
yeah.
And then this is when I learned, oh, it's not actually, it doesn't work anymore. Where's his website?
Find out. Let's find the fuck out. I love that his website is like nowhere near the top.
No, it doesn't surprise me,
You
at all.
actively have to search for his website.
There you go, look. StevenSeagal.com.
Here we go.
26th of March 2019, it seems like it was the last time it was updated, I guess.
Let's find out. Let's find out.
16th of June, it was done. See,
It's still just an online pharmacy for dick pills.
It does not surprise me that he hasn't checked. God love whoever went on and
just
fucking
took
done
it.
this.
Yeah. Do you reckon they took the actual what do you call it? The URL. Do you reckon they sort of he let it lapse and they just took it?
I reckon I just hacked it. It probably.
So it was one of the two.
Yeah.
It was one of the two.
I can't imagine it would be that hard with looking at the level of,
Technical ability that was
yeah. I can't imagine it would be very hard to hack it.
Yeah, no.
If they hack other things, it can't be hard to hack Steven
Yeah.
Seagal's.
This is a lovely little thing we can do. We can just keep checking back, seeing
Yeah,
when
yeah,
eventually, if ever, it becomes Steven Seagal's website again.
Oh, it's fucking amazing, man.
Oh.
Should put that as a little short or something.
Yeah.
Just going through it. Like, oh, yeah, Steven Seagal's website, you can get Viagra 3 for 2.
Yeah, 3 for 2 on
Good deal.
Viagra.
With a Steven.
They've got Cialis, if you want to go that vibe.
Is that. I thought that was like Cialis, like what you get for your liver.
No, Cialis.
Cialis.
Cialis is the way they pronounce it, but it's like literally like it's another dick pill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
It's
didn't
just a
realise.
slightly different vibe of dick pill.
I didn't realise there were so many variants of dick pills.
Oh, there's so many dick pills.
Wow.
And
Okay.
Steven Seagal uses them all, so it's pretty good advertising, to be fair.
That's a good little cocktail.
Yeah.
Yeah, they thought it through,
Steven
obviously.
Seagal, little dick energy. Let's be honest.
Limp dick energy.
Limp dick energy.
That I feel like they thought that out properly. Like they didn't just take any random website,
Yeah.
They thought which would be the best one
The
for
thing
him.
about Steven Seagal though is he's a little dick energy guy who's trying so hard to act like he's big dick energy guy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
So at the very least, he's got a micro dick.
Yeah.
You don't act like that, like
Because he's
unless
trying
he's
so
short.
hard to be the like smooth, cool guy, but he doesn't know how to properly do it because he's always such an asshole.
And he's not short. He would only act like that with possibly having a big dick, or an average sized one if he was short, because you have short man energy and or little man energy. I think it's whatever that phrase
Little
is.
man
syndrome.
Slightly different to little dick energy.
Well, I don't know. I think they're very
you can
similar.
have
with-
both. You can have
Yeah,
both.
with the way that the symptoms that come from it, I think they're very similar.
Very similar.
I think they come from pretty much the same part of the brain, personally, or the same part of the lacking of the brain.
Yeah.
Where we are all just monkeys, though, and that is not a racism.
No. All of us.
All of us.
are indeed just apes.
Yeah, we are. Is it apes or
Apes, yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
apes.
have
Yeah.
tails.
It's not monkeys, is it? Actually,
Yeah,
it's
monkeys
apes.
have tails.
Yeah. I know some people that I've seen some people that have had a tail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never watched Shallow Hell. I remember that
Oh
documentary.
yeah, that was a great documentary.
It was a great documentary. Yeah,
so good.
Gwyneth Paltrow, man, it was amazing. Like the weight loss.
Fat, yeah.
Yeah. I was going to put
when
it.
You look at her now, it's like, wow.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, even with that, like when they were doing like the press junket and stuff, like she managed to lose it from filming. And then she. Well, no, they
in the middle of filming because they had to do the other scenes as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was what they did.
She was so fat.
She,
and then they were like,
that was
you
her
gotta
normal
cut
waist.
all of that weight off. So the other half of the film. It took like 3 years to film that movie. It took her a while to get it off, but congratulations. And she stuck with it. So I respect that.
Yeah, exactly.
And to be fair, like whenever you know when you get really
paid off well for her, to be fair.
Like Ethan Suplee said, because he's got a trouble with that as well. He became really muscly and shit. Apparently, he can't eat anywhere near the same amount of calories.
That's
as
the guy
other people.
from My Name Is Earl.
Yeah.
He
can't eat anywhere near the same amount of calories as other people because if he does, he'll just balloon again, right? Because his body's like programmed for that shit. And that's what happened to Gwyneth Paltrow. So that's why she just sits there eating clay and shit like that.
Oh yeah,
shoving jade eggs up her pussy. Because that's just
thinking candles should smell over vaginas.
That's the most kind of nutrients that she can get into her body without gaining weight.
I'm not gonna lie though, out of sheer interest, I would love to know what that candle that smells like a vagina smells
smells like.
Yeah.
I bet it's gross.
Yeah, she doesn't give off the energy to me to somebody that would have like a well balanced vaginal smell.
No.
I mean, and that is from somebody though. Don't get me wrong, he's a big fan of going down on a lady.
Yeah.
Some people.
Did you see? I know you're not a huge fan of it, like the H3 podcast, right?
Oh, well, if you're asking me, did I see? I can tell you straight away, no.
But at one point, to take the piss out of the Gwyneth Paltrow pussy candle, they made an Ethan's butthole candle.
Oh, I think I've seen that clip actually.
Seen something about it. The smell of his ass crack. It's like, oh my God, that's horrible.
I mean, I can't imagine. To be fair to some people, a vaginal smell would be just as bad as that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, gay guys must really be like, ugh.
I don't want that. No.
Yeah, they've got no reason to want to be around it. A butthole, at least, there's a whole waft of people that like a butthole.
Yeah.
But there's a waft of people that like a butthole and don't like a butthole. Well, no, there's nobody that really doesn't like a butthole.
Not everything's for everyone. That's the ultimate deal, Carl.
No, but there's a lot more people that like a butthole, though.
Whereas, are there more people who like a butthole?
There's no like one sexuality that is straight up against a butthole.
That's right. I suppose.
Do you know what I mean?
Right. So like overall, like
there's
everyone's
more people
having a bit go with the butthole.
Yeah,
a minority who are like, I don't get into the butthole.
Yeah, lesbians could be into buttholes.
Great Tome Peep Show.
Yeah.
You've got to use the bum mark. Otherwise, it's like cooking with the hob and never using the oven. Like that's
true. Couldn't have put it better myself. I mean, we'll never know because I won't try. I'm not, as you know, I'm not a huge fan of Peep Show, but
I love Peep Show. That's such a good show, man. It's so good.
I will props where props are due. I do like the shooting style. I like the the point of view stuff. Yeah. Not a fan of that when it comes to sexual stuff, but when it comes to programs, I get it. I like it.
For the most part, they are they used to use headcams a lot more, but they only really used headcams near the end for. Like,
are we on about porn or are we on about things? Oh, okay.
For like specific shots near the end, and most of the time they'd actually just be talking directly into a camera.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. Yeah.
It's like it's a strange shooting technique, but they got really good at it. So
yeah, it must be a ball ache to shoot because you got to film each bit one after another.
Yeah, over and over again.
Probably makes sense if they have him like behind the camera as well, though, so he can talk still doing the bits. So it'd be easy to do it all in one go rather than bit and then look at my.
They've also got all the bits where they sort of talk within their head, so that gives you more editing space around it, so that you can get like better bits of each shot. Like they've got a lot of stuff to work with, They're fucking great. They're such good episodes, man. Some of them are so fucking funny.
What, which that?
Of Peep Show.
Oh, yeah.
Super Hands is one of the greatest comic characters ever made.
What the hell, Super Hands?
Super Hands is a crackhead who's in the band with Jeremy.
Okay. He's not the dealer, man.
Not really.
Okay.
Not really a dealer, but he's like, and...
that old ratty guy, isn't it? Just a dealer, man.
Yeah. At one point, he's like... Can I have a bit of the drugs when they're at a Christian festival? And he goes like, well, I'd love to, mate. Love to. But they're mine and I want it all.
Fair. Oh, do we want to go to a hot disputed topic?
Yeah.
Do you want to go to a hot topic?
Let's do a hot topic.
Like a touchy one, yeah. It's like a playing with fire topic way, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
One of these. I can't remember where the hell it's gone now.
What?
There it is. So there was a mom recently.
Yeah.
Who, what did she got? A mom of 3 who lied and to get and take abortion pills when she was at 37 weeks pregnant. She was given 2 years prison. And personally, I think she got off very light.
Yeah.
A lot of people are debating, whether it's like, her body, her choice. She didn't find out till late, etc., etc. And yes, all the morals of all of that. But still, when it comes down to it, that was like a baby. My oldest son was born at 36 weeks.
Yeah.
And this was a week older.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if my son came out and I stabbed him in the head, I would have probably got more than 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, call me crazy.
That's a fucking.
Hey, Dickie.
That's a pretty dark one.
Yeah, I told you.
Like,
the news came out though
I hope
saying
she's okay with this because that's how you end up with a fucking an immortal killer on the loose wearing a hockey mask. That's how that shit happens, man.
What? I was in the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there was any thunderstorms at the time.
Oh, right.
I might be wrong.
Okay.
It was here. I don't believe it was Chernobyl or anything.
Okay.
Yeah. I tell you what though, is weird. I watched recently. There's 2 YouTubers that I watch. They're ghost hunter people, but they're like one of those overly freaking popular ones that have like millions of subscribers, millions of views all the time, like the Mr. Beast levels and all them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Logan Paul on the one time, for example, all that shit, all them lot,
Yeah.
And yeah, they weirdly though, rather than doing the ghost hunt like they normally do, they went to Chernobyl for like a full episode, just looking around.
Yeah, I'd love to go to Chernobyl, man.
But they went to different bits, and they were like just making a joke about how the radiation was a bit high over here, and different places they went to, like.
The radiation, if you go in there for a day, it's like essentially you were smoking for a year. That's essentially what it's like.
Some places, random like hotspots though as well.
Yeah, which you're not allowed into. You have, like active
Yeah.
protection.
But at the same time, you don't know where they are, and that you shouldn't go any nearer to them until you're at the point where the thing you've got around your neck is going crazy. So already at that point, you're already close enough for it to be going,
Yeah. Fucking Geiger counters, man. Oh.
Yeah, but the ones around your neck, though, no.
Chernobyl as well. You must have seen Chernobyl, right? The series.
No, yeah. Oh, before I forget,
you've not seen Chernobyl?
No.
Fuck, mate, you have to see Chernobyl. It's so good. It's a horror movie where the monster is radiation.
Oh, I didn't know it was a horror.
Well, that's what it is, because essentially, like that's how it sort of reveals itself, if you know what I mean.
What?
As a horror movie, because like it starts.
What happens to the people with the radiated? They like died, or?
Oh, mate, they fucking melt.
Oh, they don't mutate though.
No,
oh, it's a proper one then.
Yeah, it's based on the actual events of Chernobyl, and there's like firefighters going out there picking up chunks of black rock, and they're throwing it back into the fire. And even though their hands are completely covered in their fucking thing, their hands are burning underneath. And the reason why is because what they're throwing back in is radioactive carbon that's been exploded out of the reactor.
I have learned recently how like the radiation actually works.
Yeah.
With the gamma rays and how it actually goes.
It goes through shit.
Yeah.
Literally,
it's like you don't feel
gamma
it.
Radiation literally goes through dimensions almost to
Yeah.
get from one side of things to the other. It disappears and reappears and disappears and reappears.
There's like not really anything that you can do. Like you can slow it down and stuff, but there's not much you can do to like really stop it. It's over the distance.
Like lead is the best thing because it sort of slows down and eventually will get to a stop because there's just so much thickness there.
But I don't think most people can walk around with big pieces of lead attached to them.
No.
Generally speaking.
It's why if we go to Mars, we have to bury underneath the ground and literally live underneath the surface of Mars by about 20 meters.
I didn't know that.
That's the way to do it.
Radioactive up there.
Yeah.
Just
because
because
the
of
sun's
natural.
just fucking radioactive as shit.
Oh, yeah, it's closer, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's not even that. It's further away.
Oh, then why is it?
Because the
it
radiation
doesn't have the
it's got
atmosphere that we have.
So it's just literally bombarded with radiation from the sun constantly.
I'm guessing the other ones are like that as well.
Oh yeah,
that's a big part of why we can live here, ain't it?
Yeah.
But the thing that happened with them though, the two of them went. So I only knew about this. I found this video recently.
Yeah.
I didn't know until recently they'd gone there and done any of this. The reason why that's like, oh, okay, nobody seems to be putting this together and I don't get it, is the fact that he recently, the one kid, had to take time off because he had like ball cancer. But they found it early, you know, as one of them.
Yeah.
He was never in like threat of his life because of how early they found it. But I think they had to take his ball off though.
Yeah.
He makes jokes about it now. He seems pretty chill about it.
Yeah.
But nobody seems to put together the fact that he went to Chernobyl like a year and a half before this. I don't know how nobody's put this point
that's
together.
A pretty fucking big fucking
making jokes about like, oh, look at all the radiation that we're in now.
Yeah, your ball's gone, mate. Well
yeah,
done.
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
It makes sense as well because the stuff would radiate from the floor.
Yeah. It's like the South Park episode where they put their balls in wheelbarrows so that they can go and get medical
Yeah. Do girls have little tit syndrome? That must be a thing.
I don't know. Do you reckon that's like a businesswoman type thing?
Ooh, no, that's like, I can't say it too well, but that would be like shoulder syndrome.
Right.
Like the big padded or like, you know, the hook shoulders.
Yeah.
That's like that scary kind of businesswoman lady. Like, what is it, like a business suit lady?
Yeah.
Mama boss.
Yeah.
Lady boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sound like you're enjoying that a bit too much.
I like a lady boss. I am always a fan of like a really strong lady.
Yeah.
Which is like, that's always like
you're
what
a bit of a
for.
James Cameron, you know. Yeah. James Cameron is like one of the best directors for like strong women. Think about it. Alien.
Yeah, but I'm not directing them. I'm not telling them what to do. That's very sexist that you think that they need my direction, Nathan. God.
He married what's her face from Terminator 2.
What? The main woman, Linda Carter.
Linda Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's properly into his tough women.
Yeah. Okay, I hear you.
Yeah.
I'm into that. I can't help it.
Yeah.
But then they always. But then
that's why he always keeps on fucking putting Sigourney Weaver in because he's trying to get down.
Yeah.
You know he's trying to.
The thing is though, when you like really like being into like really strong women and that, they can kind of like mix over to crazy.
Yeah.
Because crazy people do come across as very confident and strong too because they're crazy.
Yeah.
They don't understand that they shouldn't be acting this way.
No.
They're just acting that way. It's not confidence.
That's just what they do.
Yeah. It's not confidence. It's just pure ignorance, tunnel vision.
Yeah.
It's like being around a terrorist, you know, and it doesn't shoot you, and you're like, it's because they're good.
It doesn't shoot you.
I'm sorry, did I offend a terrorist? I'm sorry.
I don't know, mate. I don't want to be losing that terrorist money.
To be fair, man, we do get views from all over the fucking world.
We may well have had
yeah.
It's like there was a bit in a Jimmy Carr interview I listened to at one point. I think it was actually on...
You're a terrorist? Interview a terrorist? Or?
No, he was talking about like, I've definitely done shows to murderers.
Oh, probably.
You know, I've done hundreds of shows.
If you look at
thousands of people, like there has to be statistically murderers, rapists, like
pedos, everything
in there,
drug dealers.
Yeah.
Actually, I know a drug dealer I went to see him, so you can definitely mark that off.
Yeah.
So.
Like, that's an interesting thought, isn't it?
I don't know drug dealers.
You can't be sure who it is you're entertaining.
No,
we
not
want to be
at all.
out there and give people a good day, but we don't know what they've done during that day.
Which is why when you, as we know as entertainers, when you get on stage, and whoever's in the audience, like the story we were talking about before we came on camera, of me at the Hollywood yesterday, whoever is in front of you in the audience, you entertain.
You entertain.
You entertain.
You
them.
entertain.
As the great philosopher Mr. Robin Williams once said, Robbie Williams, let me entertain you.
Great.
And he also said, I don't want to rock DJ.
But you keep me up all night, so.
That's not as... I don't think that's as insightful, that one, though.
Yeah.
That's not as insightful. I don't want to rock DJ. It's like, it makes you think.
Yeah.
That's
the clanger right there. Yeah. That's the one.
It's like, who is DJ?
Yeah.
What is DJ?
Where is DJ?
What makes up the rock as well?
Yeah.
Is it a hard rock? Is it a radioactive rock? Is it the rock Dwayne? Yep.
Is it the Rock Dwayne? The Rock Dwayne.
Rock the Dwayne Johnson.
Did I ever tell you about one of the sketches I wanted to do? Oh, mate. Again, copyright Nathan Parrish, right? TM, right?
TM, that's not copyright, that's trademark, but...
Both. Copyright and trademark.
I don't think that works. I don't think you can do
whatever.
that. I think they're one of the other.
Just did.
Okay, you just yeah.
Copyright,
Okay.
trademark, right?
Fair point. You just did it. What am I on about? Of course you can. You just did it.
Yeah. So, right. Anyway, what was I talking about?
Trademark sketch.
Yes.
Sketch.
So, like, I've got a sketch idea I want to do, which is, you know, Lloyd Grossman, the guy who used to do MasterChef back in the day, and like does his own sauce, like.
Bald heads, glasses, and that.
Lloyd Grossman, my sauce.
Yeah.
Right. I want to do a sketch which is Lloyd Grossman's alter ego, not even alter ego, ultimate villain, which is Floyd Delicious Woman.
So what's his name again?
Lloyd Grossman.
Oh, okay.
Floyd Delicious Woman.
Okay. I think that could work. But you know, it'd be even better as well.
It's just like things like he's going, "Hello, Lloyd." Oh no, it's Floyd Delicious Woman come to ruin my recipes. That's right,
gonna be talking.
I put paprika in your omelettes.
The great way to do that would be like a perfect like TikTok short thing that would be where like cuts one between you, like cuts to one a bit of him talking to like your character then dressed up doing that, and you could even have he falls in love with her.
Yeah, Lloyd Grossman always wears like the turtleneck thing like that, a little bit like a Steve Jobsy type of a vibe. So like Floyd Delicious Woman's got to be wearing like
open
flamboyant,
neck,
like massive colour and shit.
Elton John shit. Yeah. Right, David Bowie's Ziggy Stardust suits. Yeah.
Floyd Delicious Woman.
They'd have to he would have to be falling in love with her.
Oh yeah,
that would be the best thing.
Totally.
Yeah. I didn't know someone like you could exist. And then,
You constantly question my ingredients, and I find it thrilling.
Eventually, you could bring in like a future episode. Then you could bring in like another chef who's like trying to get involved, and he's like, no. And then Gordon could call him an idiot sandwich.
Oh, there is another chef involved in a different sketch. Again, copyright, trademark, Nathan Parrish, right?
Both again. See, you thought you couldn't do it. I thought you couldn't do it.
I can, right? Because I'm just me, and they let me, right? So
yeah.
So like this one is called Chef Pierre and his magical talking cutlery. So it's like
otherwise known as Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, it's like a Pixar thing, except when they're found out, he gets the cutlery to kill the people so that no one speaks of his magical cutlery.
Fair. And it's always a cutlery that nobody expects as well. It's rarely the knives that do it.
Yeah. No, it's a spatula.
Spoons. Forks a bit easy, but
forks way too easy.
Yeah. Although I have seen people that have been attacked by somebody
lobster
with a
fork. That's an interesting.
That's the long thing.
Yeah,
that would work.
Yeah.
That's not a fork though, is it? That's a lobster double orc.
Oh, it's like a cracking thing. Yeah.
Lobster twerk.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Not to be confused with a lobster twerking, which is a whole. It's
vibe.
a barrel of laughs.
Yeah. Everyone loves that shit.
My God. I tell you what, when I was watching that, I felt a little bit shellfish.
Oh, he's a champion of comedy.
Oh my God, I'm so funny.
He's so funny.
The world is so lucky to have me. Oh my God. And if you think that you are lucky to have me too, you can check me out in London on the 11th, the 12th, the 13th. I will be in London 3 days in a row, but I'm not saying over because I've got to look after the mama too. So I'm going to be going to London, travelling back, going to London, travelling back, going to London, travelling back, having a sleep, having a wank.
Oh, nice. That's a good way to end it.
But the wank?
Yeah.
What, end the London trip?
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Right.
That's what you do.
What's the time?
2:30.
I may have to shoot off.
Okay.
Do we have any more bits that we want to do before we go? Is anything like
I mean, I could tell you about this one UFO thing, but at the same time, I could get the better details and do it as like a topic next time.
That'd be interesting.
Because it's an interesting one.
Do that.
That I hadn't heard of until recently. There's a lot of videos to it and stuff, so I could cue them up for you.
Yeah, okay, let's do that.
And by cue them up for you, I mean get the one video that I watched them all on and just figure out what times they're at and just skip through it.
Yeah.
The easy shit, you know. Because if we do one thing here with Squishy Logic, it's we piggyback off the work off other people's work. Yeah. With respect, though.
Yeah.
Respect
for that stuff.
Yeah, so you know, because he obviously needs our help. This guy who's got like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, we'll give out his
he needs our bump.
name. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
I tell you who doesn't need a bump though. The Holly Bush doesn't need a bump, and you can check out the Holly Bush comedy night every Thursday, and sometimes more often now. I'm going to be going to the Bush quite often to try shit out. Nice. Dave was telling me to do that more. Just gave me an open invitation. It was just each week, just message him, see if he can jump on. I was like, oh,
that's just a fucking way to do it.
I think Dave likes me. That's cool. Yeah. Naturally, though, doesn't tag me in the nights because obvious reasons.
Contra boy.
What?
Contra boy.
I'm a controversial character. Now I tell you that.
Yeah, but if you're not controversial, you're boring.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm pretty boring.
You're controversial though as well. You just takes you a bit longer to out your controversialness.
Yeah.
And you can do it in a voice, which means you can get away with more.
That's true.
Like
I get away with a lot.
I can now get away with saying a bit more because I'm saying it in a rap.
Nice.
I've learned this. Like the stuff I say in a rap, to be fair, I could never say.
Normally,
yeah. Like, for example, this new rap I'm writing at the moment, it starts off with, hey there, Karen, how are you? It's KD, your favourite Jew. No, not Jewish, I mean do, like you get in the morning, phew. And on from there. I talk about something bad being gay.
Yeah.
If you don't suck dick, why are you offended?
Yeah.
It's fun. I like the rapping.
Yeah.
Rap yourself to them and tell them where they can catch you doing your stuff again. Remind the people.
There's Post-Apocalyptic Metal Treehouse, which is available on Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, wherever you get your podcast. That thing's out there. Just listen to it. Listen to that shit and enjoy it, right? Well, there's also
while
the
touching
YouTube
yourself
videos, which is obviously Adbreaker. Post-Apocalyptic Metal Treehouse is all on there as well. And then, as I say, there'll be co-op comedians coming fairly soon as well, so that'll be fun. Just an excuse to basically play some games and try and be funny at the same time, and so I can play games without feeling like I'm completely wasting my time.
It's fair. It's a good shame, man. That's what I've been doing a few times. Got me back into enjoying gaming again.
Yeah, it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So, other than that,
done with your plugs there?
Yeah.
I mean, my plugs are the same as usual, to be fair, because everything you can find everything that I'm doing, and a lot of the stuff that we're doing as well, together on KD Comedy. It's just KD Comedy, isn't it? No, yeah, KD Comedy. Some of the YouTube is KD Comedy Official, there you go, or if you're looking at the podcast, it's KD Comedy Podcast, obviously. You can get this and a load of other things, and also every week you can chat to me on the Wrestling with Egos podcast. I'll be doing a special one this time with a comic from the Slam Jam Extreme Improv show, because my usual guys are off, and I was like, yeah, you know what, I'll take the reins this week, guys, don't you worry. I'll chat some shit with someone else, and I'm sure it will go. The quality will dip down. Don't get me wrong, but it'll be fun.
Not as much as you think.
Yeah, not as much as you think, and we'll be there together for it. So you know, and also as well, Switch Radio 2 till 3 every week. Get me playing music and having a laugh, doing some silly fun times on the radio, because I'm like a DJ bitch. I don't know why I call myself a bitch then.
DJ.
And as I said, I'm in London like a load over the next couple of months.
DJ
bitch. DJ bitch. Don't call me a witch. I'll kick you in the ditch. You motherfucking snitch. Don't be on my logic. You're not on my logic. No more squishy logic. Stay squishy. Stay squishy.
Keep it logical.
Keep it squishy.
Stay logical.
Motherfucker. Okay. What he said. Peace.